Mackenzie Rivers, what is your best bet?
I'm going with the Detroit Lions laying the lumber, laying 10 points on the road versus the New York Giants.
I think this is a good play.
Yeah, 10 points.
It's funny when he says
deal.
10 points on the road.
So Dan Campbell, 13-0 straight up and ATS after a loss going back the last 3 seasons, obviously undefeated this year. At home, the Lions under Dan Campbell, 27-12. That's a 70% ATS mark. And the whole time his quarterback has been Jared Goff, who we saw in a very uncomfortable situation last Monday night at Philly. Now I think he has a very comfortable situation, even though he's on the road. He's versus a Giants defense that is bad overall and the worst EPA team against the run, allowing them to establish the run and work Jared Goff in more advantageous second and shorts, etc. If you look at the other teams that have been bad against the run defensively that the Lions have played, they've killed them all. Against the Ravens, killed them. Bengals, killed them. Against the Bears, 52-21. So I think it's really just profiling when Jared Goff will be comfortable. I think he has a lot of opportunity to exercise some demons from last week.
So what's the quarterback situation for the Giants?
I believe it's still Jameis Winston.
It's possible to be Dart, but unlikely.
Okay.
I mean, Dart's a significant upgrade.
1.5. That's a healthy Dart, though.
Yeah, that's a good point. So I've actually got a system that backs up McKenzie here pretty well.
Nice.
So this is kind of quirky, but it's pretty strong. It's week 11, 12, 13, 14, or 15. So the theory is, someone was saying on a show, this is when people on a losing team, players have given up, but they wait until the last 3 weeks to start saying, I got to get some good tape so people, if I have to get a job next year. I don't know about that, but I can see that it's like people aren't talking about tanking right now, right? Or tanking or lack of motivation, whatever. But you hear a lot of it in week 16, 17, 18. So it's like certain teams are out of the playoff hunt, and it's not yet time that the microscope seems to be on them. This is the time that it seems like there's more lack of motivation for underdogs. So here's the scenario. Like I said, week 11 through 15, and your net wins is between -5 and -9. So if you take your wins minus losses.
So Giants 2-9, they're -7.
Exactly. So what I like about that the way to do it, Fez, is that the more extreme someone's losing is, the earlier you qualify. But as the season goes on, more teams qualify, right? So it's like, if you're going to play a little earlier, it's like, hey, you got an especially bad team. Well, this falls right in the middle, -7. We're in week 12, so we're right in the middle of this. If all you did was say I'm playing teams that are -7 or -5 to -9 on wins, okay? And it's week 11 through 15. That's it. There's nothing else, all right? There's like 350 of these since 2012. It's -2 or 1.8 points per game for like 300 of them.
Wow.
Yeah. So the 3 qualifiers this week are Giants, Browns, and Jets are the teams that are the bad teams. So we got Detroit, Raiders, and Baltimore as potentially a good favorite based on this system right here. By the way, what's interesting, McKenzie, is, and I don't know if you probably don't want to change your thing, but the DPA, the delta on points allowed, goes up 2 points, and so it's almost all on they give up more points, which kind of makes sense if it's an effort.
Yeah.
If it's a lack of effort. So what do you think? Do you think maybe go with the lines on the team total, or you like the other matchup too? Like, do you like?
I mean, my handicap was about the Lions' offense getting straight against the Giants' porous rush
That's what I was hearing.
So yeah, that does make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Let's see what team total we're looking.
And this is one of my best bets. I'm going Detroit over 30.5.
Ooh.
For their team total. Pursuant to your issue about focus, I'm not a big wrestling fan anymore, but I saw the other night some of these wrestlers on WWE Raw or something got into it with some of the New York Giants who were sitting in the front row, all staged and scripted. Scatterboo, who doesn't matter, but some of his buddies who do matter, who's still playing, well, they're obviously signing some kind of contract, and like they're more interested in like having a good showing on a wrestling match during the season. That can't be a good focus. And RJ, I'm going to give you an official. I'm not a big SGP guy. I got a 4-teamer for you.
Oh, right. I'm ready.
This is an official play, 7-1. Detroit, the over. I'm going to play Gibbs, the Detroit running back 1, to go over. I think he's 64.5 yards. I'm going to play the Montgomery, their running back 2, to go over 48.5. There's a long history of Montgomery dominating the fourth quarter in blowouts. So Detroit to run all over a Giants team that doesn't stop the run. 4-teamer, 7-1.
So you're going over both the running backs for Detroit?
Yes, and the handicap is that Detroit kills them, scores a bunch, Gibbs runs all over them, and then Montgomery goes ahead and beats up on the dead corpse that is the New York Giants in the fourth quarter.
Now, I got to tell you, some of these games, they've been putting up so many props. One thing I've been seeing, like you can bet like over totals like in the second half. So if the listener had a chance to go over Montgomery in the second half,
better.
You like that better?
Fourth quarter, even better.
I bet this pays really well because to me, going over both running backs seems inversely correlated.
Yeah, but the problem is that Detroit getting over, Detroit covering and the game going over is very pro running back. So it only pays 7-1 on a 4-teamer.
Okay, and the obviously, well, I don't know about obviously, but the Giants have one of the worst rush defenses in the NFL. I mean, it might be the worst.
They're getting gouged, and one of Thibodeaux, one of their best run defenders, or one of their really good defenders, is he playing? Is he out? I think he's out.
I think Thibodeau's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I looked up the 4 times that the Lions covered and scored over 31 points, and Montgomery and Gibbs went over those numbers you quoted in 3 of the 4 games.
Damn.
So this 7-1 is seems very likely to me.
Fez, you're on it today. Good stuff.